George R. R. Martin said he's not finishing. He said that he may work for it, for the House of Dragons, and like who knows if their relationship is good, he might write a few scripts. But let me make it perfectly clear, I'm not taking on any script until I have finished and delivered Winds of Winter. It's recording.
Oh.
Alright, I'm Jordan.
I'm Rosa.
And we're reacting to the House of Dragons Game of Thrones prequel teaser trailer.
Alright, let's go.
Let's go. Wait, is this?
Great war has come to Westeros.
Wait.
This isn't it.
No, wait. What is this? Wait, it is it. Wait, was that it? Hold on.
There's no way.
Hold on.
That looked like a video game at first.
Oh, that was 9 months ago. All right. Here's the real one.
The Dance of Dragons, a true telling by Grandmaster Munkin, being a history of the War of Targaryen succession between the Princess Rhaenyra and Aegon, second of his name, that nearly destroyed the realm.
Men of the small council.
Do they not have actors to do this?
Why is it a 20-minute thing?
I don't know. Is it going to be this the whole time? Yeah.
Were confused. The succession was settled in their minds. The old king had forced the lords of Westeros to swear fealty to Princess Rhaenyra as his heir. Son Lucerys flew to the
There's a
Stormlands.
lot of exposition.
Rhaenyra hoped that the war would begin and, if the gods were good,
How is this a trailer?
end with diplomacy.
I don't really
As
understand
always,
how this is a trailer.
they weren't.
This is like an episode.
Helena named her younger son, Maelor. Perhaps she thought the boy was too young to understand.
Oh my god.
Perhaps because the older boy was King Aegon's firstborn son and heir. You hear that, little boy? She's whispered to the younger son. Your mama wants you dead.
Fought dragons, and a second sun blossomed
Is
in
this
the
the
sky.
Blackfire Rebellion?
When the smoke cleared,
Husband Daemon, hunting Aemond in the Riverlands. She ordered the girl's head be sent to her. But there was a
Oberyn Martell?
complication. As well as her dragon, the girl had taken to riding Daemon.
Pedro Pascal?
When Daemon received
the cry went up from 10,000 throats.
That's
Kill
when it was
them!
all broken down.
There were 4 dragons
They
housed
had
within
that
the
meeting.
dragon pit that night. By the time the first of the attack, nobody knows how many men and women died that night. Who cares? They all should have. Trapped within the pit, the dragons could not fly. Instead, they fought with horns, claws,
Jaime
teeth,
Lannister?
and fire. For every man who died, 10 more appeared, shouting that the dragons must die. One by
Sounds
one, they did. Finally, the last remaining dragon broke her chains, spread her wings, and flew straight up at the Great Dome, trying to flee.
High atop the Red Keep, Queen Rhaenyra clutched her 2 remaining sons to her as she watched the end of her family's might. Too afraid of the peasants to defend her dragons. At least her older son, Joffrey, had a man's spine.
Too soon.
He stole his mother's dragon, Syrax, and tried to fly it to the dragon pit to...
Ancient skulls and hatchlings that grew no bigger than cats. All that was left of the dragons.
Huh.
Interesting.
Well, I didn't expect it to be a cartoon
No.
because I felt like YouTube already had cartoon stories about Game of Thrones legends and families and explanations of Game of Thrones.
I know. It doesn't really make me excited to...
Yeah.
It is a lot of the history. It was probably George R. R. Martin spent, instead of writing the last book of, actually, last 2 books of Game of Thrones, he's been spending a lot of time working on like this sort of history stuff. So maybe, is the House of Dragons going to be after this? Like, it's all this information and then it's going to pick up right there? Or are they going to, like, redo this? That wouldn't make any sense because they just told you the whole story. So it must be just be like an exposition dump.
Because it says prequel trailer.
Yeah, so like the House of Dragons is going to be like the prequel to Game of Thrones. Like what happened before with all the Targaryens.
Well, why was this trailer 20 minutes long?
Because when you start the House of Dragons, when it comes out in like, I don't know, 2024 or wherever, many years from now. Not air before the year 2022, so air at least 2022. Fire and Blood, A History of the House Targaryen, set 300 years before the events of Game of Thrones. You know, I guess they're like sticking really close to the source material, and there's a lot of material in Fire and Blood, so at least they won't go off script and ruin an ending. Ooh, Miguel Sapochnik, he's super good. He directed some of the best episodes, I think, in Game of Thrones.
What do you think they're gonna do with this? Because it's a 20-minute trailer and it's a cartoon. Why take this long and then put out that it's gonna be aired in a few years from now?
I don't know, to keep like the interest slightly peaked, to kind of keep it in the back of your mind.
Do you think it's gonna be a cartoon show on HBO? I don't even think
No.
they've ever had a cartoon.
No,
Story show.
no way. I wouldn't watch that. Well, I mean, that wasn't even good animation, which is why I'm confused.
Yeah.
I mean, I think this is something that if you would want to watch again to, one, understand everything they said because they went by pretty quick with all the names, and then two, to understand what's happening. And this is probably like it's gonna leave off, and now the show is gonna like start right where it left off, and so now you have like a history.
One thing I was thinking about in Game of Thrones was Castle Black. Wasn't the like headmaster or something? What was he? He was
Targaryen.
Yeah.
I think it was Aemon.
But
Master
didn't Aemon die on his dragon from his uncle Daemon?
They had a lot of people with the same names.
Oh. I would really love to see the story between what happened between Prince Rhaegar and Lyanna.
They kind of did a little bit with flashbacks.
Yeah, but like it would have been just cooler to see what was going on.
Yeah, who knows how far this
And like the children of the forest.
The corn.
Sorry, I'm thinking
Corn
of
mazes.
scary films right now. The children of the forest, like how they came about, and like the first men and all of that. I feel like that would be really interesting if they had.
You know, I think they were actually
Wow.
going to do one of those, but it got scrapped in place of this. I think they were going to do like a White Walker Children of the Forest one, and then
Probably because they ruined the White Walker story in Game of Thrones.
oh yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
who wants to watch that with that sort of ending? Like, they never even told us, like, what happened when... There was, like, an episode I remember in Game of Thrones where there was, like, a baby brought to, like, the king of the White Walkers.
Yeah, and then
he
turned him.
Yeah, and then nothing... That never went anywhere. Like, we just never saw that.
D&D. Director's D&D. Alright.
Alright.
You done?
Sure.
Cool. Alright. Thanks for watching. Catch us on the next one.
See you later.